Welcome back to the channel name Motor Authority, discussing the 2025 near delivery of the Philippine Navy's first offshore patrol vessel, OPV. The tone is informative, engaging, and paced appropriately for a voice-over-driven YouTube video. No headings are included per your request. In a major leap for maritime defense, the Philippines is on the cusp of a significant naval milestone. The country's first ever offshore patrol vessel, built under a landmark agreement with South Korea's Hyundai Heavy Industries, is nearly ready for delivery. This is a defining moment for the Philippine Navy, and more broadly, for national sovereignty and regional security. Today, on Motor Authority, we're diving deep into the ship that could mark a new era for the nation's maritime defense strategy. The vessel in question is the first of 6 offshore patrol vessels ordered by the Philippine Navy under its Horizon 2 modernization program. Designed to patrol the country's vast exclusive economic zone and protect its territorial waters, this OPV isn't just another ship, it's a floating symbol of the Philippines' growing resolve to secure its maritime borders. Let's talk about the build. Constructed by Hyundai Heavy Industries in South Korea, this OPV follows a modified version of the proven HDP 2200+ design. It's sleek, modern, and tailored specifically to meet the operational needs of the Philippines, which include coastal surveillance, maritime law enforcement, anti-piracy, anti-smuggling, and humanitarian assistance during disasters. The vessel spans around 94.4 meters in length, with a beam of 14.3 meters and a displacement of approximately 2,400 tons. It's a sizable platform designed not just for presence but for performance. One of the key features of the new OPV is its flexibility. It's equipped with a flight deck capable of supporting a medium-sized helicopter, giving it an aerial edge in search and rescue operations, surveillance, and extended reach missions. Additionally, it has the capacity to deploy small rigid-hull inflatable boats, RIBs, allowing boarding teams to intercept or inspect vessels with speed and agility. But it's not all about size or structure. Technology plays a huge role. This ship is fitted with modern navigation and combat management systems. While it doesn't carry heavy weaponry like a frigate or a destroyer, it's designed with enough firepower to perform in a variety of threat environments. Expect it to be outfitted with a 76mm main gun, likely from Motor Millera, and several secondary armaments such as 30mm remote-controlled weapon stations and machine guns. This makes it more than capable of dealing with small surface threats or hostile non-state actors operating in Philippine waters. What makes this OPV particularly relevant in 2025 is the current geopolitical climate in Southeast Asia. Tensions in the West Philippine Sea have only intensified, with increased incursions and aggressive maneuvers reported by various state and non-state actors. Having a modern OPV like this gives the Philippine Navy a credible and visible deterrent to a way to project presence and assert rights over contested or threatened maritime territories. For a country made up of more than 7,000 islands, maritime domain awareness is crucial. The OPV will be an integral part of the effort to surveil and patrol vast stretches of open sea. It's also expected to work closely with other naval assets, including the 2 Jose Rizal-class frigates and several fast attack interdiction crafts that have been inducted in recent years. Let's also consider the broader modernization context. The Horizon 2 phase of the revised Armed Forces of the Philippines modernization program has prioritized acquisition of platforms that can be delivered and made operational relatively quickly. Offshore patrol vessels are a logical step. They are less expensive and faster to produce compared to larger warships, but they deliver a high return in terms of patrol capability and visible presence. This isn't just about hardware, it's about self-reliance and partnership. The construction of these vessels marks a deeper collaboration between South Korea and the Philippines, two nations that share mutual security interests in the region. Hyundai Heavy Industries is not only building these vessels to order, but it's also expected to share technical knowledge and operational training to support long-term sustainability. As of mid-2025, the lead ship is in the final phases of construction, with sea trials either underway or imminent. Once it completes its acceptance trials and certification processes, it will make its way to the Philippines, where it will be commissioned into active service. If all goes according to plan, that moment could come before the end of the year or possibly even by Q3. Motor Authority has been tracking developments in regional naval capabilities, and this OPV program stands out for its timing, scale, and strategic implications. The Philippine Navy has made no secret of its desire to evolve from a brown water force focused mainly on coastal defense to a more capable and balanced navy that can operate effectively in blue water environments. This Offshore Patrol Vessel program helps bridge that gap. Operational integration will be another interesting aspect to watch. Once delivered, the ship's crew will undergo intensive training, familiarization with onboard systems, and integration with other units of the fleet. These aren't just ships, they're complex platforms that require coordination with naval aviation, logistics, and ground-based command structures. This first OPV will set the tone for how the rest of the fleet is absorbed into service. There's also the human element. Morale is an often overlooked part of defense modernization. A new, state-of-the-art ship has a direct impact on the sailors assigned to it. It gives them confidence, pride, and a stronger sense of mission. This vessel, with its modern amenities and improved living quarters, reflects that recognition. It acknowledges the men and women of the Philippine Navy who put their lives on the line in service of their country. Looking ahead, the remaining 5 ships in the OPV program are expected to follow in succession, with deliveries spread over the next 2 to 3 years. This phased approach ensures not only manageable integration but also sustainability, making sure each vessel is fully operational before the next one arrives. Critics of the program argue that these ships are lightly armed and may not stand up in high-intensity conflict zones. But it's important to understand their role. These OPVs aren't meant to win naval battles, they're meant to enforce sovereignty, conduct maritime patrols, assist in civilian emergencies, and complement higher-end assets during multi-domain operations. They fill a gap that's been wide open for too long. As we count down to the final delivery and commissioning of the first vessel, there's growing anticipation across defense circles, maritime watchers, and ordinary Filipinos who understand the importance of asserting control over their seas. This ship represents much more than steel and systems. It's a step toward a more capable, confident, and secure maritime future. So, what does this mean for regional balance? For one, it signals to both allies and rivals that the Philippines is serious about defending its maritime domain. It also raises the bar for cooperation, as neighboring navies may be more willing to engage in joint exercises and interoperability efforts, knowing the Philippine Navy now fields more modern platforms. And from the broader Motor Authority perspective, this is a textbook example of defense strategy meeting industrial capability. Hyundai Heavy Industries continues to be a major player in naval exports, and the Philippines is now one of its most prominent customers. It's a partnership built on trust, aligned interests, and a shared commitment to peace through strength. As we wrap up, stay tuned for our next video where we'll take a closer look at the ship's capabilities once it arrives in Philippine waters. We'll explore the systems in detail, talk to defense analysts, and follow how the Navy prepares this new asset for full-scale operations. If you found this video informative, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming content. From all of us at Motor Authority, thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay informed, and stay safe out there.